Good evening, my fellow exorcists, and welcome to the lair of the film exorcist, and to what's looking like the worst year so far. Tonight, we will be doing something we haven't done in a long time at Silva's own request. We will be reviewing Wrong Turn 2021, or Wrong Turn Foundation, or as I like to personally call it because I technically don't see this as a Wrong Turn movie, The Foundation. Friends hiking the Appalachian Trail are confronted by the Foundation, a community of people who have lived in the mountains for hundreds of years. Now before we move on to my opinion, I'd like to just announce that this video is sponsored by Animal, so go buy yourself some amazing low-priced anime merch, including cute figurines to brighten up your collection, and every time you use the code FILM, you'll get 5% off your purchases, and look at it this way, you'll get some really good merchandise, so it's a win-win for both of us. Okay, so for a while, I was gonna label this as my favorite movie in the Wrong Turn franchise for how different it was from the rest, especially how it seems like there really isn't a true villain or group of villains. But then I saw the ending, and I began to wonder why they would decide to ruin it after establishing such a really good plot. I mean, this was really good, guys, up until that third act where... what the hell was McElroy doing? It's just... What were you thinking? Now, the reason I say this is because instead of ending the movie in the woods like most would, they brought the story back to civilization and created a weird dream sequence. Then they ended the credits with one of the dumbest, balls-to-the-wall endings I have ever seen. So, why did I like the rest of the movie? Well, for starters, there really aren't any cannibals or inbred hillbillies in this movie. Instead, we have a society of people who just want to be left alone until our asshole main characters decide to trespass on their land. Now yes, some of them do end up dying, but it's not technically the Foundation's fault because the main cast entered their hunting grounds and it was their own actions that got them killed. I guess the best way to describe it would be a more dignified version of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, meaning not every death was actually a joke in this movie. I'd also like to point out that I would have liked it more if the father just died and our main female lead stayed with the Foundation. But like I said earlier, they picked the bad ending instead. I also have to say I love how the Foundation basically looks like Vikings or Native Americans, especially with their traditional hunting garments and their way of life, which is to hunt and survive and to keep their population in check. Also, this movie takes a look at what America has become today by explaining that society today is pretty much cancer. I mean, anyone that says no to this opinion here, where the hell have you been? Where the f*** is that rock that you've been living under? Now, this is compared to the old ways where people lived in small communities and worked together to make a better place for their families. And really, I think the Foundation are the smart ones in this movie compared to the main cast who are, for a lack of better word, a bunch of racist, hypocritical, spineless assholes who would sell out their own mother just to save their own lives. Well, except for Jennifer, the one person who tried to be the moral compass and tried to get everyone out alive. I mean, really? She might have actually been the one character I liked from the main cast. But other than her, I'd have to say I'm more on the side of the Foundation. And really, I hope McElroy never comes back to this series again, because I can definitely see him ruining this franchise again with more sequels. So please leave it alone and go make a different movie. Get away from Wrong Turn. Leave it at this. This is a better remake, a better movie than the other ones. Just go away, McElroy. Stop. Just don't ruin this any more than you already have. So I guess it's time for my verdict. which, while I wanted to give it a 10 out of 10, I sadly have to lower my score down to an 8 out of 10, because that entire third act just felt so stupid compared to the rest of the movie, and really, I didn't care much for the main cast other than Jennifer and Darius. The only two somewhat competent characters, but yeah, other than that, it was still a pretty good movie. I just wish they came up with a better third act. And honestly, I think they should have just named this movie The Foundation instead of placing it in the Wrong Turn series, because this was a lot better than the rest of those movies. So, I'd recommend this to anyone looking for a great thriller to watch as the world ends around us. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell for more great content. So have a great night, and stay out of the woods, or stay on the damn trail, people.